Does Matt know we're doing this?
Yes.
Right.
Basically. Well, I don't think he knows we're doing it right now, but he
Did say we will record something.
Yeah, I think he managed to sleep through our recording, and then he's working every other day, so we decided to take matters into our own hands.
Excellent.
I can't imagine that we will keep it going as long as it normally is. Mainly because I think, if I'm being honest, Matt is definitely the talker of our group.
Yeah, he does like to waffle and host and entertain.
Hello and welcome to Would John Rather, the podcast where people called John and also people who are sometimes not called John answer Would You Rather questions. So this week, we don't have our usual host, you may have noticed already. Matt is, well, he's gone to a better place to work.
That's a lie.
So today I'm joined by my colleague John and my sometimes colleague Nathan. Welcome back,
Hello.
Nathan.
Thanks for having me. I think I've been on here more than both of you recently.
Yeah, I mean you're basically
the fourth member.
Yeah.
I've not come to take part. I've come to take over. and now Matt's not here. I'm doing just that.
That's all right. I think the sort of at least one of your family and at least. Oh no! No, we lost Bath Time Brothers.
Yeah, he managed to make a podcast with John in the title with no Johns. It was an innovative moment.
Nathan's winning. Nathan lost.
He's statistically more likely to be on it than any of us.
Soon it's just going to be me.
Matt records an hour of you talking and then...
I'm still sending it to Matt to edit, but...
Okay, this partially leads going away. Or jumping right in. Do we still do that, even though Matt's not here?
Oh, dive right in?
Dive right in.
No, can we get rid of dive right in?
Yeah,
let's...
Agreed.
I agree that we're not going to dive right in.
Okay, would you rather be of a heist team or part of a group of detectives?
This is actually a really good question.
Yeah.
So good, neither of you have given me an answer.
Because both would be wicked.
I know.
Oh.
Your silence is deafening.
So I think I would rather be...
Can I just put one?
Go on.
Not drugs, it's diamonds.
Oh. Yeah, I think I'd rather be part of a heist team. I think detectives can be very, very cool. But there's a small part of everyone that wants the rebels to win sometimes. You know, the underdogs, the people who don't have the state's national infrastructure and police force on their side.
Are we talking Point Break and Ocean?
Yeah, we're talking Ocean's 11. I don't know if any of you have seen. There's a
The Money Heist.
Yeah, money heist. Casa de Papel is the Spanish name on Netflix. The series.
That's really good.
It is really good, and that's all about rebels and, you know, society actually secretly longing for their institutions to be brought down by some anarchists who are just doing it for the little man. I mean, we'll be doing it for the diamonds, but you know, people feel like we're on their side for some reason.
You want to stick it to the man?
Yeah, we'll be sticking it to the man. A man with a lot of diamonds.
Just because I want to make sure I wasn't going crazy watching The Money Heist as well. Did you know it was dubbed beforehand?
Wait, what?
the Money Heist, the Spanish program.
Oh, I watched it in Spanish.
What?
Wait. We've got the three levels on awareness. We've got me who's not seen it. We've got Nathan who's watched it dubbed and native tongue and translated it.
No, I didn't translate it in my head. It was translated on the screen with subtitles.
Oh,
But
there we go. John can read. I think I'm watching this and sit in my cave in the middle.
Yeah, I just have a thing. I can't stand dubbing. I'd rather sit for an hour really concentrating than have to sort of semi not concentrate because I can't stand the lips not moving at the right speed. Does that make sense?
That's probably why I've never seen you watch any anime.
Exactly.
Nathan, tell me about the world-class mastermind detective I'm going to be part of.
Hang on, I'm going to have to stop a second. I've got a screaming child. That's why I went quiet then. Bear with me 2 seconds.
Sorry, Matt can figure it. Can't you, Matt?
They're in the shed, don't worry.
I can't decide whether the shed is more or less dangerous than a kitchen cupboard.
But both, it depends what you've got in them.
Weed killer and bleach. Nails.
Yeah.
That could be both a kitchen cupboard and a shed.
Yeah.
I leave my weed killer in.
But I've got a big under the stairs kitchen cupboard, and I've had weed killer in it before. Mostly because I was too lazy to take it out to the shed.
So.
Petrol lawnmower versus electric blender.
Wait, no. I still haven't heard about Nathan's detectives.
Hang on a minute. I've forgotten where we were in the conversation. I know you carried on talking about it, but then I also didn't get to put my 2 pence worth in, so...
So we spoke about the Money Heist and how I watched it in Spanish with subtitles. John doesn't watch it at all. And then that was it.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know you could watch it purely in Spanish.
Yeah, if you go into this is a good fact for any Netflix listeners. If you go into the...
Hang on, wait. Suggestion of the week. Carry on.
We're just fucking with your format all night, Matt. Sorry. So if you are watching something and go into the settings in the corner or something, you can change the language that it's in. So you can change it to be dubbed in a completely different language if you like. And you can set whether it has subtitles and in what language. So no one is excluded.
Okay. I knew you could change it, but I thought because it's Spanish originally, isn't it?
Yes.
And the version I got was automatically dubbed into English, but it was done really well. So I watched about 2 episodes before I realised it was dubbed, and then it just drove me crazy.
As soon as you know.
Yeah, because then all you do is spend the whole time looking for the inconsistencies.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think Netflix have put quite a lot of money into investing in dubbing so that it's not completely shit. And you know, hire proper actors to come and do it all. But yeah, I still don't like it. So I'll tend to watch a program in its original language. But yeah, so I think John wanted to know a bit more about your detective gang.
Okay, so question 2.
Oh, John, it's such a good question. Let's not answer it and move on.
Okay, shall I ask the next question?
As long as lawnmower or blender.
It's not lawnmower or blender. So, my question is, would you rather go on a relaxing cruise with sunshine, wine, and good food, or an arduous trek across a bleak mountain trail with nothing to eat but flapjack and Skittles.
Which Skittles? I think this is a fair question.
I'll let you have whichever Skittles you like.
Can I choose hiking?
You want to choose the arduous trek across a bleak mountain?
Yes, I've done it, and it's really ridiculous. And if you're going to throw Skittles in, I'll do it.
And flapjack.
And flak.
Just to be fair here, I had a big bag of sour Skittles today at work, and I was just eating them out of boredom, and now my tongue still feels really weird. So don't pick the sour ones.
I was going to say I want the sour ones, but I probably wouldn't eat. I've got trekking to do.
I think of all the reasons to pick a relaxing cruise with good food and wine, that's probably the best one I've heard so far. Sour Skittles make your tongue go weird.
I mean, it's a first world problem, I grant you. But it is still a problem. Do you remember the mint Skittles?
Ooh.
No, I don't.
I'm sure that they definitely exist, or I don't know, maybe I
made that up.
I'm starting to hallucinate from too many sour Skittles earlier.
See, that could be. I get halfway up the mountain and realize, like those Sherpas that get. So what I'll do is I'll eat sour Skittles and then I'll be tripping until I die of hypothermia.
For clarity, I am not going mad. They were a thing. They used to come in a box.
Of course they did, Nathan. Skittles always come in boxes.
Right, so what we've come up with so far is that Skittles kill people.
Yep.
So if I need a way out,
You're already in a dangerous place. You're up an arduous mountain. Hang on, and you don't have anything to drink.
I always take water. I've always got water, I'm honest.
No, because I was told I had good food and wine, and you have flapjack and to quench your thirst.
Mountain, you can't get purer than that. People pay several pound a bottle for it.
That is a good point.
I need to carry water with me if you've got one, which is something I probably will take with me.
A well-prepared hiker is a happy hiker.
Last time I went up Cairngorms, just cause I had all the layers, which was really good. I didn't get too hot, didn't get too cold. Adjusted as we reached altitude. I had proper walking gear. Darius, the guy I went with, he was climbing up the second highest mountain in.
Yeah, but Darius really struggled with that hike, didn't he?
No, he struggled less than I did. He does hill walking for fun. Legit goes to the Lake District.
Isn't Darius colourblind?
Oh, I forgot to ask him. I've been meaning to.
So did he not know which Skittles he was eating?
Oh, me went.
Because of what reason? They're dangerous.
Because I didn't realise trip balls until you die. I didn't realise I would have taken them just a safe, calm, clean ease halfway up the mountain if it gets too much.
You have to be fully prepared for this.
But you know what I'm not prepared for? Drinking wine. I don't drink wine. I'd dehydrate to death if I was salt water or wine.
I mean, it was specified good wine. You're allowed to drink out of puddles, so I can...
What is... Sorry to get existential. What is?
I suppose it depends on what sort of place you're at the time. So,
Like a metaphorical place.
A good wine to begin with might be something refreshing and light for like day drinking. And then as you get into the evening and I'm eating all my good food, so a nice big steak or something quite rich, I might have a nice red to go with it. And then in the morning when I really feel rough, the best wine to have is just grape juice.
Isn't that what wine is anyway?
Yeah, but it's virgin wine. It's not. It's
virgin
not
wine is a
fermented.
grape.
Yeah. So I'm just going to crush all these grapes, and I got grape juice. so I've still got something non-alcoholic to drink.
How are you going to cruise? Are you going to find the boat have to have at least metric tons of grapes before you go on board?
That's what I specify on all my cruises.
Yeah, I mean, is that not standard?
I don't know. It's more for me for not demanding grapes. It might just be something that I've not done. So that might be my fault. I'm sorry.
I know this isn't the best example, but let's just reference the Titanic here.
Too many grapes. Too many grapes. If it had less grapes on it, could have taken a vase of... Too many grapes.
Did you not see like the stats of all the food and drink they had to like load up the ship with before they left?
Oh wait, I'd have to go on other human beings.
I mean,
definitely glad I picked hiking. I'm stuck on a bungalow with
floating bungalow. Is this like the nautical up?
If there were talking dogs, it would be. Is that something I can specify on my cruise? Can I ask for talking dogs?
You took the mountain trail.
I'm going to take my dog mountain trekking with. She doesn't talk. That's fine.
And all she's got to eat is flapjack and Skittles.
She'll go hunt her own food down. She'll try and make friends with the hare and crush it and eat it.
I can believe that. I've seen his dog now. It's fucking huge.
He's lovely.
I still need the dog.
I'll bring her around. Her and Ruben can go for a play date.
And when people say they've got a big dog, they're just lying. John has a big dog.
I've seen pictures, but
pictures don't. Pictures don't really like cut it. You can't really understand how big this dog is until it's excited to see you.
You're making Astrid sound like the pyramids. You don't understand how big the pyramids are until you see them.
Here you go to Egypt and they're excited to see you.
That almost makes it sound dirty. That was very innocent. His dog did not rape me.
But I'm freaking fingers crossed.
So, where I didn't specify. Where is this cruise going? Is it a winter cruise or is it sort of a summer cruise?
I'm sure you specified sunny weather.
Yeah, but the sun can be shining when it's cold.
Yeah, it's just not raining.
So it's not raining. The sun is out.
Yeah.
And it is cold or it's not.
Well, I'm asking you, where's your cruise going?
To be honest, I'd quite like it to go round like the Norwegian fjords and that sort of Scandinavian country area.
Mm.
You know what they say?
Because I think you could have a nice mix of warm weather, but also I think in that instance it would be quite nice not to have the rain and the clouds, but have a little bit of a crisp in the air.
Cheese and onions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Just like already salted.
Well, so anyway, as I was saying, I would quite like a cruise because I've been quite stressed at work and I don't want to keep walking around. And I would just like to relax. Just take a minute, relax. Take in all. They are mountains, aren't they? In that region, aren't they?
I think there are some mountains in the northern part of Europe.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether I was going because it's
fjord, isn't it? It's land that's been cut away by a glacier, so it's got quite steep. It's quite steep.
I was just unsure as whether you class that as a mountain or just a big hill. Because in my head, I'm just doing like lakes or locks interlinked between mountains. That's in my head what the fjords are.
I'll tell you what, next week we'll do a special edition. We'll actually get the definitions for fjords, the in-betweens, and John can tell us about Oxbow Lake.
Yeah!
The week after, can we do a special of what is a good snack to have while exploring different geographies?
And what is good wine?
What is good wine?
What is good wine?
So we're going to have a geography and wine podcast.
What have we become? We need to get Matt back. We need a working man's opinion.
We need Matt back to just bring us down a peg or two.
God, by the end of the year, we're going to be talking about caviar and golf.
Golf.
Walnuts and cashew nuts.
Oh, that's a good walnut or cashew. That in the bank for next week. Do you want to go to Tuscany or weekend? Oh. Tuscany, you get wine from Tuscany.
Asked and answered.
Yes, but the question is it good wine?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Well, I think it's time for question 3 then.
Okay. So, question 3. Would you rather gherkin or onion?
Onion. Onion.
Or John got there first.
Yes. I'm not a fan of gherkins. I could do them in a burger. Why you have them in burger? If that's the only way I could have a gherkin, it's it for myself.
See, I personally am not the. I'm kind of similar to John, to be honest. Like, I'm not mad keen on gherkins. I'll have one in a burger or whatever. But the reason I would choose gherkin in this scenario is I have a wife that is obsessed with, and I mean obsessed with pickled food. She would give her right arm for the last gherkin in a jar. And I'm a selfless kind of guy, so I pick gherkin so that I can give it to her, and
she doesn't have to be amputated.
And she doesn't have to be amputated, which is
that's very chivalrous of you, John. Very thoughtful.
It's definitely that's definitely a plus in my book, and yeah.
I think we need to address the elephant in the room now. John would only marry someone with 2 arms. That's. I thought more of you, Johnny.
Yeah, actually, when I said this was a selfless choice, it was actually incredibly selfish because I'm sick of wives with 1 arm. Sick of them.
That's another graphic of people not listening to our podcast now.
Just one-armed wives just going, I was getting so into this podcast.
Goddamn, John.
And just to make sure that we're clear, one-armed people are the best, but one-armed wives, no, get out. Get in the Thames.
Terrible.
You've got a lot of one-armed bandits. No?
Slot machines. Yeah, they can stay.
Yeah, it's just, I think it's just the one-armed wife that he's got an issue with.
What about one-armed divorcees? Are you them?
Yeah, as soon as they're not wives, they're cool again.
People can change. That's nice of you, John, keeping windows open. I don't know what I meant by that. Sounded right.
I just think the system's going to crash now.
More about onions. You can pickle an onion if you wanted to. You can pickle an onion chili vinegar, then feed it to our mate Mikey D, and then his face turn red as it destroys his face. That was the best beer festival Tommy to ridiculous onion.
Yeah, pickled onions are also popular with people who like pickled gherkins. I can confirm.
I would have said pickled onions are probably more popular than pickled gherkins, are they not? I'm trying to think of the order. I'd probably say pickled onions are the most popular. And
mainstream.
Mainstream. And then I'm undecided whether it's a pickled gherkin or a pickled egg.
I like red cabbage.
Yeah,
it's really bright and vibrant. It's really good to put in a salad.
That's top of my. I actually had some. I don't know if it was pickled. I mean, red cabbage.
It doesn't normally come in a jar. It normally grows as when people pick them.
If you don't pickle a gherkin, is it just a cucumber?
Yeah.
It's only once they're pickled they shrivel up and go a little bit sour and evil.
So then, I've never thought about I mean, it's kind of obvious, but I've never really thought about it. That
So if you pickle a marrow, is that how you get courgettes?
yes. Yeah, I mean, so
The farmers are lying to us.
I wonder what it's called when it's sort of half pickled, but isn't. So it's not a cucumber anymore, but it's not pickled enough to be a gherkin.
What happens to get a gherkin to America? Does it then become a pickle?
Yeah.
So
it ferments on the way there.
So in English, we call it pickling juice or pickling. Pickle? Yeah, pickled an onion. Because we're English, we should call it gherkining an onion. No?
We're in such a pickle now.
What even is a peck? What even is a peck of pickled peppers?
I don't know, but Peter picked it.
I think if I was high right now, this would make us, but I'm not, so I'm really struggling today.
I'm just waiting for Matt to try and edit this and go, what?
Fuck's sake.
I'm half expecting him just to put it out exactly as we've recorded it.
Despite us.
Yeah.
I can't work with this.
I mean, ultimately, I feel like he was its creator, so if we mess it up, it's his legacy. So I don't think he will.
So, it's his cross to bear. Oh.
Yeah. Sorry. He has to take. He'll take the. He'll take the blame from the fans.
Okay, are we gonna end the session on existential crisis? Have I been John?
Stop.
Are we,
That's gonna.
are we just going to leave it with no answered question?
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
Are we all happy just to leave it in a complete mess and no winner?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I think what people should do is if they want to declare the winner between them, they should get in touch.
Yeah.
Leave us an iTunes review. Let us know who you think the real winner is.
Us three, not Matt.
The real winner is science.
You're going to up the spreadsheet with science.
That's probably better than no one.
Welcome back. It's not John, and I've just finished editing whatever the fuck this episode was meant to be. In case it's not obvious that I've just listened through, my beautiful friends decided to record everything out of order. Question 2 stopped halfway through and carried on question suggestion of the week, or the intro was halfway through, the outro was halfway through, question 1 started halfway through question 3, and obviously they decided not to answer any of the questions with a winner. Purely, I'm assuming, to fuck with me. Hopefully my editing skills have made it make some sort of semblance of sense. If there's enough demand, I'll put out the original recordings so you can hear just how much they thought they were being clever, but I think I've done not a bad job. Just so they don't get the last laugh, because it was quite interesting listening to an episode that I didn't record. It made it a lot more fun for me. Heist or detective? Detectives win, because if I was a detective, even if I don't solve a case, I'm not going to fail or lose my job. Whereas if a heist fails, you go to jail, and I'm too pretty for jail. Cruise or a hike? I'm assuming I'd go on a cruise with my friends and loved ones, and they wouldn't be able to escape me, so a cruise wins. And onions and gherkins win purely because they change states. They were cucumbers and now they're gherkins, and onion's an onion no matter which way you slice it. So in a minute I will be playing you some more excerpts from the episode where basically they talk about how funny it was to dick me over. So thank you for that, guys. But yeah, it was interesting to say the least. It's now 1:20 in the morning, and I hope you enjoy the episode. Probably not a lot because I wasn't in it, but at least I'm in it a bit now.
All he did was play intros.
Yeah, he did like every intro from the first season or something and just made it as an episode because we couldn't record that week.
He's getting quite lazy with his editing, isn't he? Not this week.
We've fulfilled our side of the contract.
Now for him to edit, he has to do it the old school way, and he has to cut the tape and rearrange it. I think if it is as much of a problem as we expect, I think we should do it a lot more regularly and just send him just copies of extra episodes.
Oh, without even telling him that it's happening.
Yeah, just don't tell him and go, got another one for you to edit.
Just for
Keep
those
this one as a backup.
for those weeks that we haven't got our lives sorted together.
And thanks for joining us this week. I've not been John, and they have been. See you next time.